IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and today with us in the hot seat we have Payal Merchant. She says, I have been a failure at being consistent on certain tasks in my life. To be more clear, working out, consistency on diet. So basically, just being consistent. And when I listen to Payal's question, I laugh because that is something that we're all so hung up about being consistent. Working out, diet, food, sleep. These are the big ones. We see people, especially on Instagram, every day sitting out and, working out and talking about their good habits. And then we look at our lives and say, damn, why can't I do that? And we feel like we're a failure. However, whenever we want to create a habit, it starts off with two things. The first thing is you have to create a why for yourself. You have to understand what is the main intention behind the change that you want to make in your life. So if you want to make a change of working out more regularly or being more consistent with your diet, then you have to understand why do you want to make that change. Do you want to just do it because everyone's doing it? Or do you have a very strong internal reason that is bringing you to that change? If you don't have a very strong internal reason that is bringing you to that change, don't do it. You're not going to stick through it. Because what's going to happen is when things get hard, you're not going to have a strong enough why to continue. And as a result, it's going to peter off. So it starts off by having a very strong why. And then as we talk on the Habit Coach podcast, there are 3 golden rules to making a habit. Make it small, make it easy. But the last one is very, very important, especially for consistency. The last one says, never miss 2 days in a row. Now, what I mean by this, say you started your habit and you did it on Monday perfectly. You did it on Tuesday perfectly. But on Wednesday, life came in the way. You fell sick, or your child fell sick, or you had to go for a wedding, or you had a party. Something happened and you could not complete the habit that you set out for yourself. No problem. Don't beat yourself up. This is not a failure of consistency. However, on the next day, that is Thursday, come what may, do the habit. Never miss 2 days in a row. You can miss 1 day, but never 2 consecutive days in a row. Because what happens is that when you miss 2 days, making an excuse becomes the new habit. And we're all champions at making excuses. Think about the way that we make excuses. Oh, I couldn't work out today because I didn't have the right matching socks with my matching top. I've heard all of these. And I know the way that we create these excuses for completing our habits. All I'm asking for you to do is not become a master at making excuses. Instead, become a master of the habits that you've chosen for your life. So, Payal, start off by thinking about what is the smallest habit that you can make in this journey. So, for example, if working out is your goal, don't think about the actual workout as your habit, because that's a tough thing to do. Instead, start the habit by just wearing your workout clothes. That is the hardest thing for most of us, right? Wearing those workout clothes is where the battle is won or lost. Wearing those shoes is where the running battle is won or lost. So if you want to think about working out, start thinking about making just wearing your clothes and wearing your shoes as your habit. If you want to think about diets, don't think about being perfect on your diet as the habit. Just maybe add a salad to your current routine. That will add that consistency in your life. You don't have to do something dramatic. You have to just do something consistently. So start thinking about it this way. Don't go for something huge. Never miss 2 days in a row. So if you want to be featured on the next Hot Seat episode, go down to the description. There's a link. Click on that and ask your question there. Remember, give me as many details as you can, because the more details you give me, the better I can help you. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And remember, awesome lives, they start with awesome habits. Usually in a podcast, it's me who speaks to you and you who listens. But I've been seeing your comments and it's time. It's me listening to you. Following the overwhelming success of this podcast, the good folks at IVM Podcast Network have decided to come up with a Kannada adaptation of the show. For those who prefer listening to it in that language, do make sure you let your Kannada speaking friends know about this as well. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME 180. That's Awesome 180.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Advertising is Dead, founder and CEO of Growth School, Vaibhav Sinasti, joins Varun. They discuss cohort-based learning courses and where edutech is headed. Why does every marketer need to understand attention span better? On Smarter with Sid, Siddharth helps us understand the concept of attention and how to leverage it. On Tere Mere Raaste, Keshav takes us on a trip to Turkey. He visits the city of Cappadocia. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam is joined by Sudarshan Lodha, CEO and co-founder of Strata. They discuss everything you need to know about fractional ownership. And on Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav explores the bizarre story of the origins of modern Malayalam, from a breast tax to a religious power struggle. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Also, do remember, go check out our website, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, to get a list of all of our YouTube channels. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors on the network this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Mutual Fund, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Intel, and Oxfam India. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Are you looking for finance products and services that can enhance your personal finance experience? Are you looking for a space to talk about your financial product or service? And are you looking for a crisp talk show where the conversation is all about money? Well, your search ends here. Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta and I'm host of the Paisa Vaisa podcast, and I invite you for the conversation about your personal finance on each Monday on the IVM Podcast app or the website or on any podcast streaming platforms. See you folks.